Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, a little heavyweight news, something kind of interesting going on. I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. Don't do stuff like that, But Tyson Fury was in with his kids, and he, had the N word in the song from Biggie. I'm pretty sure everybody knows about that. That's pretty much kind of normal information if you've been anywhere on the internet or look at boxing videos or anything like that. Yeah, he was singing with his kids and whatever. You know, so he let the N word go. So people weigh in. You shouldn't let the N word go. Like that, because some do, some don't. Some are offended, some not. Some say that it's in context, which I'm one of, depending on how you saying it and who is saying it, and how, right? Because it's different ways. But at the end of the day, when it could be controversial, but it was not worthy of mention because I knew nothing, going to come of it. And he is basically, has a past, Tyson Fury, and it's probably not appropriate for him because of his past, things he's been into and done to be using it, but if you're using it in a rap song, you're gonna get away with it. So basically, articles going back and forth, videos. Some people about what they think about it. Bottom line is whatever, right? That one ain't big enough. But Steve Cunningham, boxer, champion, then cruiserweight, right? Fought Tyson Fury, claimed famous, knocked Tyson Fury down. Tyson Fury got back up and mauled him, but he was losing the fight and he had to get up. Tyson Fury was way bigger than this guy. So Steve Cunningham has come out and basically just said, in an article that he was reciting what's in the song. He don't think there's too much wrong with it. That's just the gist of what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can't really worry about that one. It's in a song, it's in a lot of songs, and it's going around. And he really, there's nothing to that one, basically. So he's basically defending him by saying it in this song, in the context of a song. So, and it's funny because I'm seeing a lot of articles about it. Articles from England, definitely, from Russia, everywhere, articles about, hey, Steve Cunningham has come out and he's defended Tyson Fury for using the N word in the context of this song. Okay? So, his credibility has shot through the roof. And that means that Steve Cunningham has nothing against Tyson Fury because he would defend him when it's like this and he thinks it is like this. And also the fact that when Steve Cunningham, was a sparring partner getting Tyson Fury ready for the David Haye fight, and when he was in sparring with him and in his camp, even Tyson Fury let him know what it's like for the gypsies in England. That is a similar thing going down for them. They deal with racism too. So he was confided in Steve Cunningham about the issues that he has in England. Right? So there you have it. Steve Cunningham has a little insight of how Tyson Fury thinks and thought at that particular time. And so that's probably also weighing in on his opinion of how he used it with his kids in the song. So there's articles about that. Right? Credibility's through the roof. Steve Cunningham has nothing against Tyson Fury. We've established those facts. So let's go to another fact that Steve Cunningham was just talking about that we didn't see articles about, right? Steve Cunningham is also the same guy who said Tyson Fury's glove in that second fight was messed up, or the first fight, one of them. But he showed how the glove was because he said his fist is way at the bottom and you can punch with that. You remember when they went to Mayweather's gym and some people said they wouldn't be able to do it? But Steve Cunningham showed and demonstrated how you can do it and how it's to your advantage, right? So that was the same Steve Cunningham that has nothing against Tyson Fury. That was his sparring partner, showing you how Tyson Fury cheated in a heavyweight fight between the heavyweight champion of the world, 10 times defended, and another guy who was also the lineal heavyweight champ. We have a case of cheating. And the same guys who are writing articles because they got the scoop on the N-word thing. They was in the world. Hey, would somebody say something about the N-word? Oh, yeah, that's cool. Steve Cunningham came out about that. That's cool. Boom. Right? Somebody's Instagram or something. But the heavyweight champion of the world probably got cheated. And you can have that scoop too. The articles just don't show up. And that's way more. We talk about, attempted manslaughter or something, with a deadly weapon. You can't really do things like that. That's cheating. So that would be worthy of a scoop, which I keep repeating, right? So there weren't the same articles or the energy, right? In it. This is Steve Cunningham, a boxer who's the same a cruiserweight champion, gave Tyson Fury fits, likes Tyson Fury in his camp, helped him out for David Hay, and all those things, telling you that he cheated. And that's how. And demonstrated it. And we didn't get the same articles. That's the only problem that I have with that. So let the articles continue to flow on, continue to come out, right? And you'll see. But ain't nobody gonna mention the fact that Steve Cunningham has definitely came out and said about them cheating gloves. Now the scoop seekers who are going to write articles about this ain't talking about that. Didn't want to talk about the heavyweight champion maybe lying about paying somebody, right, to say that they gave him wild boar. And that probably didn't happen. That was supposed to be an investigation against that. There's not too many articles. And those are bigger scoops. We're talking about the heavyweight championship of the world and the fights that could be cheated and things like that. It doesn't get more important in boxing than the heavyweight champion of the world. So if that is not worthy, right, and we talk about all this other stuff, all right, all this other stuff, then what I'm trying to tell you is this is why I don't watch many fights. This is why I couldn't be monetizing on here because, like, hey, I'm going to Doma covers this live. I probably won't watch it. I ain't on here faking like I'm mad about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. I ain't supporting no, like, Canelo Kovalev, like I keep saying. How was I going to support Canelo Kovalev when I'm mourning the fact that nobody wanted the undisputed fight with him against Demetrius Andrade on Mexican Holiday? It was nothing bigger than that to me in boxing, and everybody in boxing ignored it. I was mourning that. You think I'm going to get excited about Canelo Kovalev when I know how that happened? Those are just examples. So I wouldn't be, oh, hey, Doma covers that lot. Doma ain't giving a damn about that. That's what's going to happen there. For real, not fake. So, I can't be covering stuff. There's a lot of fights that just like, oh, they're trying to roll like that. I can't support that. I'll get with it later or something. But I'm not going to stop my day or night for fights that I know is coming from corruption and people just trying to deflect and not give brothers opportunities to get in positions to become extremely great. We have a whole bunch of them right now, but they will never get the opportunity when they keep them making franchise titles and things and finagling, so they won't have to fight these guys, right? And it's ridiculous. So sometimes it gets to the point where no, I ain't supporting that. Damn sure ain't gonna be no pay per view if it's something that's shady. It's really that simple. So the bottom line is Steve Cunningham says it ain't really nothing. He was just reciting this stuff with the N word. He was just reciting the song. Okay, cool if it's not Tyson Fury, but okay, we can live with that. Whatever. You know what I mean? We said a lot in them songs, right? Well, so whatever. He was get away with that. But Steve Cunningham is also the guy who said Tyson Fury cheated with the gloves, with the fist on the left glove being down at the bottom. He cheated and demonstrated that. So maybe you want to Google that now that you understand that Steve Cunningham is very, very trustworthy, has nothing against Tyson Fury, and his credibility has gone through the roof. So since then, so maybe you want to Google the other things that he said about Tyson Fury. Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.